Music and creating music is a creative work. Creative works means you are using a certain part of your brain and certain attitude, and it's a certain way of life as well. However, creation is the biggest fun of life, I think, and we are using our creative side of our brain, and if we want to build existence and if we want to monetize and generating revenues and be aware about the business side, we have to set the balance between the creative and the rational side of our brains, that's for sure. Also to follow the technological developments that is really fast. I think these are the two major changes that I myself experienced, and I've seen many artists are experiencing these days. Distribution always needed third-party companies. So even in the physical world, in the physical CD era, there were distributors, like now in the digital era. I think the most thing and the most important thing to decide and to be aware, if you are aware about the information, if you are able to do it alone, then you can use so-called DIY, do-it-yourself services, or you can find companies that are working in revenue share models, the bigger distributors who are practically there for you more personally, with personal supports, while the do-it-yourself ones sometimes lacking of personal assistance and help desk. I think probably that's the important one, and also what is sympathetic for you. Yeah, you have to check the reliability of certain companies. The internet is full of pros and cons of every distributors existing now in the market. So right after your distributor delivered your releases, can be an album or a single, optimally to all of the relevant services, Apple Music, YouTube Music, Deezer, Spotify. Yes, you have to start to communicate and you have to start to connect with your own fans and make them aware about your own releases. The fan and artist relationship is really important. And it's really important that you communicate your new material to as much people as you can on social media, on website, with your email, database, whatever tools you have to reach your own fans. To reach success and to reach a lot of people with your music, it's really challenging these days. You somehow have to fit into some sort of zeitgeist of actual, collective taste of music, like now hip-hop and R&B and things like those are working. Or if you are working with a niche genre, something that is like loved by a really easily targetable small amount of audience from all around the world, can be death metal or dark wave or anything. Yes, try to reach these people, try to use platforms, try to detect where these people are. If you want to reach mainstream, you have to play mainstream. You have to play mainstream music, and yes, you have to somehow be able to favored by people who are not really sophisticated with music. No offense. If you're, for example, on Spotify, and you can reach their follower base, or in YouTube a subscriber base, and build more loyal relationship between you and your fans and your followers, and ask them to listen your music, ask them to share your music. Hopefully they do it by themselves because they are proud to be your fan and they love your music. So it also helps you to grow. So there are algorithms behind who are practically always measuring your performance, how many people are listening your songs, from which countries, for how long they are listening your songs, how long they are watching your videos. These are all really important performance data that enables you to optimize with different kind of tools and features in Spotify, on YouTube or on Deezer, and to reach a wider and more people with time. But you need time, and you have to invest a lot of energy and time to time money, for example, to advertise your own releases. To understand what sort of revenues you can have, it's really important to understand the difference between sound recording and composition. Composition is the chord progression and the lyrics, but from one single composition we can create lots of different kind of sound recordings. Can be a metal, can be a reggae version of the song, etc., etc. Now we are not speaking about the sound recording, but if you're speaking about the collecting societies like SOSA, they are actually managing rights of compositions. Composition rights, they are representing authors who are behind the compositions, they are writing the chords and the lyrics. How collecting societies can help, they are actually trying to follow your performance, your public plays, not just in radio, in bars like this, but also on Spotify, on YouTube, on Deezer, on Apple Music, and they are trying to collect your music, your revenues from these companies and paying out to you. What you can, as an artist, you can help to SOSA at least to administer your compositions there, give them clean metadata, give them your artist name on the right form, the song titles, and whatever SOSA is collecting as metadata, because this helps the collecting societies to match the reports coming from Spotify, from YouTube, from Deezer, and finding that which money goes to you, for example, as an author. This is a really challenging era for all collecting societies and all collections these days, because these tech companies are somehow now in power in a way, and really determining the future of intellectual property as well.